My name is Eric Vale. I was born on a rust-red mining world where the sun never rose. Most of us lived underground, hiding from the radiation storms that tore across the surface like angry gods. The only reason I ever made it off that rock was because I learned early how to fix things, ships, engines, drones, whatever kept someone alive for one more day. That's how I ended up on the Star Career, a scouting vessel contracted by the Interstellar Coalition. Our latest assignment sounded simple: investigate a strange anomaly at the far edge of the Vesperan system. That system was supposed to be empty except for frozen moons and drifting rocks. But for weeks, satellites had shown blue auroras rippling across the system. Lights too structured, too rhythmic to be natural. On the third day, as we drifted past the system's largest moon, we saw it. A palace floating. Not built on the surface. Not attached to anything. Suspended in midspace, glowing with a soft sapphire light. It was shaped like a spiral seashell, twisting inward into a core that shone like a miniature star. "This shouldn't exist," Captain Rourke whispered. We docked because of course we did. Humans never walk away from a mystery. Inside, the air felt heavier, thrumming with energy. Symbols glowed faintly along the walls, shifting like they were alive. But the strangest thing was the silence, like the entire place was waiting for us to breathe. We found her in the throne chamber. A woman, no, not a woman. Something more. Her skin was a deep cerulean blue, gently luminescent. Her hair floated around her head like strands of living nebula. And her eyes, they were not eyes. They were twin galaxies, spirals of stars that moved when she blinked. She looked at me as though she had known me long before I was born. "You have arrived," she said in perfect standard. "Who are you?" I asked. "I am Queen Alindra of the Etherian line, ruler of the last Blue Court, guardian of the Lumine Wells. And you, Eric Vale, are late." Late? Before I could ask anything, the walls shook. A pulse of black energy rippled through the chamber, cracking the air like lightning. Alindra's expression tightened. "They found us." Captain Rourke raised his weapon. "Who found us?" "The Shroud Legion," the Blue Queen said. "The Devourers of Light." The floor dropped. The world shattered into smoke, fire, and screams. And then I died. Or, at least, I remember dying. A spear of shadow pierced my chest. I saw my crewmates falling into nothingness. I felt my breath scatter, like dust. The last thing I saw was Alindra rushing toward me, her glowing hair trailing like a comet. And then everything went dark. Middle, a body without life. I floated. Not in space. Not in a room. In memory. Voices drifted around me. Alindra's, panicked, trembling in a way I never imagined. "He cannot be lost. The Wells chose him." Another voice, older, deeper. "He is mortal. We warned you of the limitations of their kind. He is more than mortal." Light burst around me. A warmth pressed against my chest, seeping through my dead flesh. Then, a heartbeat. Not mine. Hers. She was giving me her life force. I tried to open my eyes, but darkness pinned me down like chains. I heard her again. Much closer this time, as though she held my body in her arms. "Eric Vale," she whispered, voice breaking in a way no queen should. "You cannot leave now. Not when I have finally found you." Another surge of warmth. Pain. Light. My chest began to glow, but I still couldn't move. I don't know how long I drifted in that space between death and life. Seconds or centuries. But I heard everything. Alindra never left my side. She carried me through halls of crumbling starlight, through chambers where ancient guardians sang songs of war, through corridors collapsing under the weight of the Shroud Legion's assault. She fought while holding my body. I felt her arms tighten around me every time a blast shook the ground. "He will awaken," she told her people, though her voice wavered. "The wells will not fail." But I could feel her fear, cold, raw, hidden beneath her determination. She never let my lifeless form touch the ground. She carried me as if letting go would mean losing the last spark of hope she had. Eventually, I felt the air change. The hum of 1,000 energies pulsed through my skin. "This is the Lumine Well," she whispered. "The heart of our people. If anything can return you, it is this." A sound like rushing stars filled the air. A beam of pure blue radiance enveloped me. I felt my heart jolt, my lungs seize, my fingers twitch, and then a breath. My first breath after death. The awakening, opening my eyes. The world returned slowly. First warmth, then the weight of someone's arms around me, then a face hovering above mine. Her face, the Blue Queen. Tears glimmered on her cheeks like fallen stars. Her hair floated around me like a halo, bathing my vision in soft cerulean light. "Eric?" Her voice cracked, but she didn't dare move. Her arms trembled as they cradled my body. I knew then I had died, truly died, and she had dragged me out of the jaws of oblivion with her own life force. My throat burned as I forced a whisper out. "Why are you crying?" Her breath caught. "Because you finally opened your eyes." The relief in her voice nearly shattered me. But she didn't have time to savor that relief. The chamber shook violently. She pulled me closer protectively, her gaze snapping upward. "The Legion has breached the inner gates," said a guard rushing in. "We cannot hold them much longer." Alindra stood, lifting me effortlessly, though she was clearly exhausted from pouring her essence into me. "No more running," she whispered into my ear. "You returned for a reason." I didn't understand, but I could feel something inside me, the warmth she had given me, spreading like a fire in my veins. Every beat of my heart pulsed with blue light. "What did you do to me?" I asked. She hesitated. "I bound you to the wells," she said. "To me? To you?" Her cheeks flushed a deeper shade of blue. "You carry part of my essence now. Our life forces are linked." I stared at her. She stared back unflinching. There would be time to process that later. Right now, the walls cracked. Darkness seeped in like smoke. The Shroud Legion had come. The battle for the Blue Court the Legion did not walk. They drifted, shadows in humanoid form, like silk pulled through the void. Their faces were masks of obsidian. Their fingers trailed wisps of night. Their voices were whispers of dying stars. "Give us the Queen." Alindra stood tall, even with her body strained by the energy she'd given me. "You will not touch him," she said. "Then you will perish together." They surged forward. Alindra threw up a shield. The room filled with radiant blue light as she poured her remaining strength into it. But the shadows clawed through it like it was paper. "Your Majesty," the guard shouted. "Fall back." "No," she said. "I will not leave him again." At that moment, maybe instinct, maybe fate, I stepped between her and the oncoming shadows. Blue light erupted from my chest. The shadows recoiled. Her essence, the wells, flowed through me like a weapon forged from starlight. I raised my hands. Streams of blue radiance shot outward, carving through the Legion's forms. The chamber blazed with light. Alindra stared at me, stunned. "You wield it," she whispered. "You wield the wells." "How?" I asked, struggling to breathe. "Because I chose you." Her voice softened. "Long before you ever knew me." The battle raged through the palace. Alindra and I fought side by side, her guiding my power, me amplifying hers. Every blast of my energy weakened the shadows. Every wave of her light dispersed them. But the Legion's commander, a titan of living darkness, waited in the final chamber. "Little queen," it hissed, "you cannot escape destiny." "Neither can you," she said. It struck. A tower of darkness crashed down. Alindra shoved me aside. The blow crushed her. I felt her essence flicker in my chest, weakening, dying. "No!" I screamed. The power in me surged uncontrollably. Light exploded from my body, lifting me off the ground. The Legion commander shrieked as I unleashed everything, every drop of the power she had given me, backed by the fury of a man who refused to lose her. The darkness broke, shattered, vanished. When the chamber finally dimmed, I fell to my knees, shaking, gasping. Alindra lay motionless a few feet away. Ending. The queen who saved me, and whom I saved, I crawled to her. My chest burned where her essence still pulsed weakly. "Alindra," I whispered, lifting her gently into my lap. Just as she had once held me. Her eyes opened, barely. "You survived," she said softly. "I knew you would." "You saved me," I breathed. "Now let me save you." I placed both hands over her heart and pushed the well's light into her. Everything I had left. It seared through me, draining me, hollowing me out. Her skin brightened. Her breathing steadied. Her eyes, those galaxy-filled eyes, opened fully. "Eric," she touched my face with trembling fingers. "You gave your essence for mine. You gave yours first." She smiled, weak but radiant. "For one who was born beneath a dying sky," she whispered, "you shine brighter than any star." Footsteps approached. Her surviving guards knelt before us. "The Shroud Legion has fallen," one announced. "The court stands because of you both." Alindra sat up, still leaning into me. "Then the Age of Shadows is over." But she turned back to me, voice now soft enough only I could hear. "Our essences are bound," she said. "Our lives are intertwined. You are part of the Blue Court now, if you choose to be." I looked at her, at the queen who carried my lifeless body, who risked everything to bring me back, who held me before I even opened my eyes. My choice was already made. "I stay," I said. Her smile widened, shimmering like the wells themselves. "Then rise with me, Eric Vale," she said, taking my hand, "as the court's protector and as the one I brought back from death." I rose. She rose with me. Light filled the chamber, blue, warm, eternal. And as the twin moons of Vesperin shone through the shattered ceiling, I realized one truth with absolute certainty. I had not just opened my eyes. I had awakened into a new life. A life beside the Blue Queen. A life I would die and live again to protect.